Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 22 as we continue our bacon and eggs run here on Elmcreek. And here we are, ready to start plowing up this wheat field. Need some plowing done. Got the lime guy rolling over there on the other field as well. Come on. Just to confirm I'm not crazy. That is in fact doing what we want. It is in fact doing what we want. Cool. Lime is going. Lime is going. You'll be smart enough to swing over to that other field for us. One thing I will be doing is I'm going to go ahead and combine these two fields here. Long term, I'm going to combine 80, 79, and 82 for sure. I may eventually throw on 78. I haven't decided for sure if I'm going to do that or not, but 79, 80, and 82, I'm just going to make that one giant field. Mostly because 82 is a really strange field. I don't know if you ever run like a contract on it or anything like that. The AI really hates that field. It has trouble with maneuvering around that field. So I'm hoping that if we combine it with these other two and go side to side instead of vertically along that field, it'll be able to manage the kind of the proportions better. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Why'd you do that? I mean, it's not the end of the world because we're going to have more sugar beets than we went out to do with, but you're an idiot. Why do they do that sometimes? Oh, goodness. That's one thing about these teeny tiny fields. We got to be a little careful, and I got to remember that they're so close together that they will tend to overlap a bit. So let's just keep an eye on you. Let's put a little header here. Once we put a header here, I'm not going to be worried about it, but if we put a border, he'll be fine. We'll just have to remember to babysit them while the border's being made. Yeah, we're going to have more sugar beets than we know what to do with, so I'm not really concerned about losing a little bit. It's annoying, but it's not going to be a problem. And potatoes. We're going to have potatoes too. Goodness. Kind of hoping we do, in fact, get a contract to sell off some sugar beets or potatoes. You think you're completed, which is fine. We'll just do this last bit ourselves. You will need to do the plowed area here in a moment as well. All right, let's get you over here. Out of the way for the moment while I take over this guy before he goes and plows up my other sugar beets. I'm actually kind of curious if he will. Nope, he's going to turn. Cool. Probably because that other one's is it in the same line? It is in the same line, so that's probably the biggest reason why he did that. Whereas this one, he'd be going in the middle of the field, which is a little bit more of an awkward thing. We may eventually get another one of these subsoilers. I mean, I could go with just a really big plow, to be fair, because there are some wider plows in this subsoiler. I'm personally not a huge fan of the plows, and for various reasons. I like the flat. I don't know. It weirds me out. Like it messes with my minimal OCD. I don't have a lot of OCD about a lot of things, but that is one thing I have about it. It's like the angle just messes with me. But yeah, if we go look in here, like this subsoiler goes. This is the widest subsoiler, right? Yeah. And it goes 7 miles an hour. The other options would be a spader, which I don't think there's anything even close. Nope, there is not. And then power harrow, I think technically, or is this just regular shallow? I think that's shallow cultivating. But then the next option would be just a ginormous one of these, which would be, I guess, this 10.5. Same miles an hour though, but almost double the width. Or no, not almost double the width. The other one's 8 meters. This is only a couple meters wider. Yeah, it's really not going to save us that much time, to be honest. This one is fine. Oh, I guess you would have turned around on your own. I got panicky for a second, but then I realized, wait a minute, we already put the header. Yeah, I think this one's fine. It's going to be good. And if we ever need another one, we'll just buy another one, and that other tractor should be able to handle it as well. Alrighty. What's next? I said you're going to wait until that guy's plowed, and then we can do this. What you can do, though, in the meantime, is for these other two fields, just go ahead and go grab the seeder. So let's go ahead and have you start transporting up to the store, and we'll go ahead and pick out which seeder we want. We're going to get us a cloth seeder. It's a joke. There is no cloth seeder. At least not one in game. I suppose there's technically a chance there could be one somewhere in a mod, but I doubt it. I don't know that cloths make seeders. And so we are doing canola, which means we want just a seeder, right? Because canola is from a seeder. Do planters do canola as well? Just out of curiosity. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Goodness, sorry. That's what I get for talking and trying to do stuff at the same time. No. It looks like they just do... Soybeans is the only crossover, right? Because soybeans you can do with seeders as well. Yeah. Alright, what kind of seeder do we want? I mean, eventually we're going to want a ginormous one. I don't know that we need a big one right this second. I actually like this. Where is it? This one right here. I like this one. I like here a lot, actually. This one seems to work really, really well. I also like the fact that it does fertilizing. One less step that we've got to worry about. Although one that does liquid fertilizing would be pretty awesome, because eventually we're going to have... Well, no, digested will be its own thing. We can't put digested in these. So the solid fertilizer is actually going to be fine. Yeah, I mean, this seems to work for me. So let's grab us some more money. Because, you know, when in doubt, hit the print button. What you guys don't know is that this is called bacon and eggs and counterfeiting, because apparently that's all I'm doing is making my own money. All right, seeders. Let's go ahead and grab that one. Like I said, I do like this one quite a bit. It seems to work pretty good. And we'll buy you. We're going to be using you all the time. We will need a planter at some point because we have to do the corn. And I guess the sugar beets too, to be fair, but sugar beets can be a lot less demanding. Because we won't need to do it all the time. What's the capacities on this thing? It does not say. Well, that's helpful. So, let's grab us a bunch of bags of seeds and a bunch of bags of solid fertilizer. I mean, that's going to be plenty. In fact, that's going to be more than we need for quite some time. 4 of each is fine. I do have a mod for a nice set of silos that I will put down at some point that allows us to just get fertilizer, seed, fertilizer, seed, herbicide, all that kind of stuff from like one set of silos. Now you do have to pay for it. Like, it's not like it's free or anything like that. You do have to pay for the stuff, but you know, it's just nice having it on your farm. I'm going to go ahead and buy one more thing of seeds just so this thing is filled up completely. Cool. Oh, there we go. There's the numbers. Twice the seed as it is fertilizer. But fertilizer usually goes pretty slow. Alright, let's head you down here, please. Oh, that's the other thing I need to do is I need to grab the plow. You're almost done. Yeah, what I did is I sat down and I actually wrote down exactly how much acreage we'll need for each of the crops to have enough for the number of pigs that we're planning on having. So that's the reason why I'm trying to be very specific about which field goes to what. Because with the fields divided up the way I said just a little bit ago, that gives us a little bit of extra for each field, for each crop, I should say, which is a good place to be. Alright, you're good. Let's have you go up and grab the plow, which we'll still lease it, I think, because we're not going to need, for one, we're not going to need a very big one, and we're also not going to need it for very long. We'll need it for a little bit because we're not quite ready to combine all these fields together, but leasing it's not going to be that expensive, so we'll go that route. You do not need a plant yet because we're going to wait till we do the combining before we plant. So let's just have you park this thing right here. Go start the lime on this other field. We will need to relime the combined plow spot, but we can do that here in a bit. First, when I saw this field over here in front of us, I thought this was cotton. I was like, well, we got cotton. That's not going to help. I actually haven't done potatoes in... Have I done potatoes at all in this game? I haven't done potatoes at all in 2022. I think I did them a little bit in 2019 at one point. All right, let's go ahead and buy our plow. Again, we don't need a big one. In fact, a small one is actually a little easier to maneuver for the sake of doing what we're trying to do. So there's a 2.5. What's the difference here? It's just the brand. I mean, the 2.5's probably okay. We can go 3. It's not that much more, to be fair. I do want one that picks up off the back, because the ones that you have to use as a trailer, those are a little harder to maneuver exactly where I want it for the plowing part. So we'll go ahead and, yeah, why not? We'll get the 3.5. Just because it's not going to be that much more expensive, and will help us just knock it out. Actually, I do think I like the 2.5 better, just because it's just a little bit past the width of the tractor itself, which makes it a little bit easier to kind of line things up. But this will be fine. We'll make it work. I was going to say, I bet that guy's liming that other field. Of course he is. I mean, it's not the end of the world. At some point, it will need to be limed. But I'd like to get these other ones finished first. Quite lined up where I want it. Oh, it's not going to get that because of the... It actually got it. It just doesn't show it graphically, I think, is how this is going to work. Yeah, we're going to be fine. All right, let's get you down here. And for this part, the only part that actually matters as far as getting it lined up perfectly would be the side that's closest to 76, because we do not plan to ever join that together. This front part, that doesn't matter as much because we will eventually join that. Just want this to be a good line here. All right, allow crate fields, lower plow. All right, that's not bad. That's the hard part. The rest of this is pretty easy because we just overlap the field a bit. And that's not a problem. All right, go with that. I think that's pretty good. Get you out of the way. Actually, you can go ahead and drop this off somewhere. And we'll go grab the... grab the cedar, get that rolling. And again, for this first cycle, we're going to do canola on that far field as well. Alright, 1 second. Let me make sure this guy doesn't do something stupid before I think I have to rebuy the stuff for that field. Okay, you are going to do something stupid. Alright, let's go here. And I guess we got to rebuy... Oh, it's 2 separate ones. Very expensive to make me happy. But it makes me happy to get that done. Oh, did you go into it? Oh, I think we saved it. Can't tell if he was going to turn around or not. I just spent $7,000 just to get a strip. But it would annoy me if it wasn't. So we're just going to go with it. That's only, what, 2.5 pigs? Come on. That's nothing. The things that I do so that I'm not annoyed. So now we should be able to do this because it should, yeah, it shows up now. Alright, there we go. That's all done. I'm happy now. Cost more money than it should have. It's alright. We're only going to do combine, I think, one other field, which is that 82, like I said before. So it will not happen much more. All right, so that's good. Nothing else for us to do after this thing gets seeded. Let's just seed it and we're done. We can then fast forward to the next month, and the next month will be September, which will be time to plant the barley. The barley, again, going on 73. However, 73 currently has soybeans. I said the soybeans, yes, right. We can plant the barley, assuming the soybeans is done in October, which we can go check that out real quick. And it'll tell us what stage it's at. These are at stage 5 of 5, so we will be harvesting the potatoes next month. Is that literally on the calendar? Really? Okay, yeah, we could harvest potatoes now if they had been planted in time. Looks like they were not planted in time. This one's at stage 5 of 6, so next month will be 6 of 6, and then the month after that will be harvest time. So yeah, no, perfect. We'll be able to plant the barley on this field like we want. That is good. I don't think it's coming along, guys. I don't know. It's still early. Obviously still very, very early. We're massively in debt. But I'm accepting that because, you know, I have a plan. Now, here's the funny thing. We're not going to be making any money for a long time. Like, we're going to be going further and further into debt. But, you know, we've got $27,000 worth of pigs there. In, let's see, where did I write it down? I think they start reproducing, what is it? We can look here. They start reproducing at 6 months, and then I think it's every 4 or 5 months, something like that. So within a year, we'll have 9 more pigs. And of course, a few months after that, we'll have, you know, 9 more, and then 9, you know, these 9 will have another 9, the other 9 will have another 9, you know. It'll start stacking up very, very quickly. We'll have pig explosion very quickly, and our $27,000 will turn into a lot more. One thing we are going to do at some point, although I'm not exactly sure I'm going to fit it into the budget, is setting up the biogas, because our pigs are going to be making lots of poop, and turning that poop into cash would be a good thing to do. I'm hoping my numbers are off as far as the yields. I'm hoping that the yields are actually double what I think they are, because it did not take into account all the fertilization and then other stuff. Because if that's the case, then again, we can double our pigs with no more effort, right? We're doing the exact same effort as we are right now, and we'll just, you know, for another 100,000 plus, you know, couple $100 for each pig, we can literally double our pigs at that point. So that would be really, really useful. We haven't done canola, have we? In any of the other saves. So it's good to get some canola rolling for the first time. All right, well, we're gonna put a cut in there. Hoping you guys are enjoying at least the idea of this run through. I mean, maybe it hasn't quite gotten up to good speed yet. Maybe this early part's a little bit boring. I'm not sure. Hopefully it's not. But once we really get rolling, hopefully things action keeps going pretty quickly, and you guys will get to see pigs for the first time, at least for me. So it'll be lots of fun. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.